Grace Chipper here with Amazing Parenting. Today I want to talk about some subjects that make children lose respect for their parents. And one of the topics are things that parents do that they are ashamed of, that their children have seen them do. Maybe, you've misbehaved outside and your children have seen you, or you've allowed someone to abuse you and your children have seen. If this goes on for a period of time, respect begins to diminish for you from your children. Sometimes parents have had their children very young and their children have grown up with them and their parents are still doing silly things and the children are seeing, the children are watching. So that's an area where sometimes respect can be lost for parents, for their children. Another topic children can lose respect for their parents is hypocrisy. Sometimes we behave different at home than we behave outside, and our children are seeing that. We're saying to do one thing and we're doing something else. That helps children to think, makes children think, well, why is mum behaving like that outside? And when she goes out, when she comes in, she's different. Or maybe you're a smoker and you want your children to stop smoking, but you're still smoking. So hypocrisy is an area where sometimes children lose respect for their parents. These are areas that we need to check ourselves on as parents. Another area that children can lose respect for their parents is when we don't provide for them. There's not enough food in the house on a regular basis. There's no bread, there's no eggs, there's no cereal in the morning. I mean, that happens to all of us sometimes. There are days when you go to your fridge and it's not the end of the month yet and you haven't got no money to do the shopping. But when it's a continuous cycle of there being no food, no provision in the house, children sometimes can lose respect for their parents. So we have to make sure, and if you're in a position where you are struggling financially and there isn't food in your home on a regular basis, there are so many organisations that can help in this area. So it's a subject that we need to address, if that's us as parents. There's another subject, very delicate subject, and that's abandonment. There's two sides to abandonment. Sometimes parents abandon their children because they can't cope anymore and they give their children up for adoption or social services get involved. That's one side of things. And children lose respect for their parents maybe when they try to now find them and have to now build a relationship, build a rapport back up with those children. So sometimes respect can be lost there. The other side of abandonment is when a parent leaves the home, leaves the children, abandons the children for whatever reason, maybe divorce or separation. The children then feel abandoned. And if that's an area where you find yourself in, speak to your children about it. Let them know, continue to see them, seek contact with them. Let them know that you haven't abandoned them. But these are all areas, and there's many areas. I can sit here for ages and talk about different areas of how our children lose respect for us as parents. I've written 2 books on parenting, Amazing Parenting Volume 1 and Volume 2. You can find them on Amazon and Shieldcrest. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and please share this video on YouTube with the other friends and family. Thank you.